First, I guess this is sports anyway, so it ain't gonna matter. But I want to say first and foremost, congratulating Team USA, men's and women's for that matter, basketball teams on winning the gold medals.
Yeah, that's a huge feat right there. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad. And just shout
Mm-hmm.
out to the whole USA that we brought home the whole most medals, most gold, and everything or whatever. So yeah,
Everybody's on their thing.
yeah,
Track and field, swimming, um, a bunch of other stuff. The volleyball,
uh-huh.
soccer. Um, they said a tidbit about the female basketball team. They've won gold medals ever since they became a team. I think it's been 25 years now.
Oh sheesh.
Yeah, so ever since they put female basketball in the Olympics, they won gold medals every year.
Okay.
Uh, Shout out to them. Of course, they led by was Brittany Griner.
Mm-hmm.
This this is a cliche, so hopefully nobody takes this the wrong way because of her sexuality. But literally, a man amongst boys.
Yeah.
She's literally averaging like 30 every game. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, just cooking.
Yeah, literally no answer for her. Dunking, rebounding, block shots. It's crazy. And on the flip side of things, of course, we had Kevin Durant, Durantula, Slim Reaper, leading the way for USA, and they pretty much needed him every single game. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel about? Because I noticed, and we watched a few of these games together. You notice that although this team was constructed with a lot of, quote unquote stars, how do you feel about like your Damian Lillard's? I'm not gonna say choking down the stretch, but missing two like crucial free throws, and even in the gold medal game, he hit some clutch shots at the end. So I'm not gonna, that was needed. But during the whole stretch, just like a lot of, missed shots was stuff that they would normally be cash money on. Like, what's your take on that?
Yeah, I'm a little bit befuddled, man. It's like he's supposed to be your best of the best. We was definitely a lot of people definitely putting Damian Lillard up there, moving up the ranks because he balls out in the regular season and has some moments in the playoffs. So it's just head scratching. You know what I'm saying? Like some of these players are getting like wide open looks, like him and Booker. You know what I'm saying? And Booker's supposed to be like one of the best 3-point shooters in the game. They just clanking.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's just head scratching, man. I ain't gonna put too much on them, like, say they trash or they washed or
Right,
they
right,
looking
right.
funny in the light and all that. You know what I'm saying? But it's definitely was an eye opener.
Yeah. So, like you said, we don't want to put that on there, but going forward, you have to keep eyes out, right?
Yeah. See it seems like you just said, that's kind of how my step is. Like I don't go from whether it be on both ends of the spectrum. I don't go to you super nice or you super trash. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mm-hmm.
now you got my attention. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right, right.
And then now I'm gonna see how the situation progress. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. So, like I said, definitely they don't do surprisingly, by the way, they don't do like MVPs of the Olympics and all of that. You would think that they would.
Right. Yeah.
But it would have easily been Kevin Durant.
Uh-huh.
Not easily. Jason Tatum was
Oh,
like,
here we go. I was surprised I didn't hear it earlier.
Jason Tatum's out like doing this thing. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Kevin Durant's definitely. If it wasn't for him, they no way they would have won this gold medal. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, speaking of eye openers, since we got the USA thing out the way, Olympics officially over. Did you hear about IT dropping 81 points in the pro-am game?
Yeah, man, balling out like you said, trying not to get too hot too cold, and he probably trying to get some pros and stuff like that. But I ain't want to get too hot and too cold on him, so I was like, okay. Still can do it. I mean, that's like, I mean, 81's a lot, but he should be hooping. You know what I'm saying? Especially if he's playing against like people not in the league, a bunch of those people. You know what I'm saying? But it's definitely still an amazing feat, though.
Um, uh, to me, because I think it was just like what last week or a week before he dropped 60 something.
Yeah. So he's been cooking.
Yeah. So my biggest takeaway is he seems healthy,
Right.
and if he's healthy, I feel like he could be a good piece coming off the bench for a solid team. You know what I mean? I don't. The only thing I would say keeping them from like being starting caliber point guards is he's kind of small. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So he played for the Celtics, so I've seen it first and close up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And we literally we could beat this team, we could beat that team, and then we go against like LeBron and them, and he's getting the pick and roll treatment every time, and literally every time down. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Shoot right over them.
Yeah, or body him to the basket. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So coming off the bench, I hope he gets another shot at the NBA. You feel like he deserves at least like another opportunity?
I am 100%. Like, I mean, I always like though he should still be in the league. I mean, as long as he can still boogie, like you said, the health is just the main contributor factor or whatever. But I mean, I'm always a big IT fan ever since college days in Washington and seeing him play early on the league in Sacramento. He was like that bucket. You know what I'm saying? People was, oh no, I don't want to offend nobody. You know, you can't really talk about the old stuff like that. But you know what I'm saying? It was kind of giving you shades of that Bobby Jackson in Sacramento. Just
Okay.
like a spark. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I was kind of big on IT. I definitely hope he should get a chance. And we've been hearing news that he might just get that shot.
With the Lakers, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Is the roster not filled up yet? Like what?
Right. And then that'd be perfect for him. He ain't gotta do too much. And you're gonna be a bona fide hitter. We're gonna need you to come in and get buckets on that second unit. You know what I'm saying?
And it's crazy how things come full circle because you remember when he got traded to Cleveland, him and LeBron kind of bumped heads. You know what I mean? And got him traded. He got traded to the Lakers, and then when LeBron came to LA, he was shipped out from the. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they definitely, social media don't ever forget nothing. They definitely brought that up.
Or okay, and so
yeah, that's crazy.
and so now things seem to come full circle, where it's like they could be teammates, and LeBron seems to be going like. No matter what kind of pass he's had with these players and stuff, he seems to be going all in trying to get another championship.
True. You seen
Um,
that with like a few other great players and stuff like that with Kobe. He had like a brush up with like a whole bunch of players, like you know what I'm saying, how you know how to get with defenders, but he don't
mm-hmm.
play with like the Rajah Bills, the Matt Bunch, the iconic ball in the face, and the Ron Artestas and stuff like that.
Definitely the Ron Artest. Yep, correct. Yeah, so it's cool to see him put this pride to the side. Um, I kind of feel like LeBron. He thinks like another championship would be so monumental towards his legacy. I kind of feel the same way. Like I kind of feel like 5 would be just in this era. 5 would be like kind of crazy. You know what I mean? Considering from 2003 to 2021 and all of like the crazy talent that's been in the NBA. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So for him to get 5, 4 is cool. Like if he never won another one, he's going to be straight regardless. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah, he seems to at least he's not satisfied. He seems to be going all in, and turning 37 in a couple of months. He's on borrowed time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Um.
Even though he feel like he putting up a good fight against Father Time.
Yeah, I
But
ain't gonna lie. I might come down to a decision.
yeah.
No, he ain't getting knocked out now. We done seen niggas like Peyton Manning and them just get knocked out. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So,
Everybody like, when is they gonna slow down? But he's still
and
arguably the best player in the league.
Yeah, and that's kind of scary in itself, right? Like this is what year 19.
Yeah, especially if it's like what it is, and he's not taking anything.
Uh,
This is crazy.
oh, okay. So,
I'm not saying he is.
okay,
I'm not saying he is.
I was just curious.
I was just saying, if it is naturally done, this is crazy.
Okay,
It's
okay.
crazy. I'm not implying nothing.
I'm about to, I'm about to
I think
say
he
that.
had that back in the day. He escaped that. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, because he was taking a little something, something.
Yeah, remember I think he kind of got caught up in that same thing. What Peyton got caught up in, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, he did. Peyton did a masterful job of getting over that,
mm-hmm.
except for the one glaring problem is that when that shit came about, he literally fell off a cliff.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
So that to this day, that's the only reason why I feel like Peyton was on that shit. The nigga went from 5,500 yards and what 55 touchdowns. Like just a robot, you know?
yeah,
Like just like he got cut from the Colts because of a serious neck injury and turned around and had the best year of his career.
yeah. Things to make you say, hmm.
Yeah, only to literally fall off a cliff and ironically won the Super Bowl the year he lost the Super Bowl with the iconic season and won the Super Bowl when he fell off the cliff. Go figure.
Yeah.
But but yeah, LeBron wise, I mean, cause damn, one basketball don't test for this shit. Cause if maybe even if he was, I know he ain't the only nigga doing it.
Yeah, yeah,
Cause then like I ain't gonna say joy, but if you look at some of the stuff that niggas was doing, like, do you think like they had to have some type of help? Not to take away nothing from them as far as talent wise.
right. I mean, I don't know. I never really thought about it, but I wouldn't
Rule it out.
be shocked. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? And then you just put a new tidbit on me. I never really thought about it. That they don't test for it. I never thought about that.
Yeah, they don't and the NBA is like I feel like this COVID stuff is like literally the most they probably ever tested in the history of the NBA.
That and probably just weed and
Yeah, you'll get suspended for that. But other than that, you literally have to either fight or just get a bunch of technicals to get like suspended from the league. You know what I mean?
yeah.
So I mean, with the litany of big men from back in the day, it's not nothing too far fetched to think like somebody was doing something, especially if they ain't testing. You got
Mm-hmm.
niggas dunking from the 3-point line, not the 3-point line, the free throw line, and you know what I'm saying, up and unders, and you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying, yeah, just you never know. Now that you think about it, so.
breaking courts and shit.
So yeah, now that you don't put the bug in my ear, now I ain't gonna be able to enjoy basketball no more. Thanks a lot, man.
My bad, man. I didn't want to do that. I didn't even want to like even diminish anything LeBron has done. I just wanted to just put that out there. If he is just doing this straight clean, this is an amazing feat. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
because he did say he spent like what $1 million or $2 million on his body every year.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It might be an expenses, man.
I'm about to say you get the top 10 HGH. I'm quite sure that might be how much it costs. You know what I'm saying?
No bullshit.
But keeping it going, well, we're staying in the NBA technically. Um, this is always cool to me ever since like I think LeBron and Carmelo came into the league and the summer league, which isn't it isn't, technically it's not a lot of hype behind it and whatnot. But it's always cool to see the top couple of draft picks go head to head. You know what I'm saying? Doesn't happen often, but when it does, it's like a cool thing to see. And recently we got to see the top two picks, Cade Cunningham, Detroit Pistons, and Jalen Green, Houston Rockets. And did you see any of this game?
I seen a little bit of it, man. They was going at it, man. Like you said, you don't get to see it too much often, but when you do,
Mm-hmm.
it's something special, man. And both of these guys are gonna be superstars in the league, man. Can't
Yeah.
wait to see it.
I agree. I agree. I caught a majority of this game, basically a little bit of the first quarter and then the whole second half. And one thing I like about, and we talk about this all the time. One thing I like about like the young, up and coming potential stars in the NBA is one, they don't hold nothing back when it comes to voicing their opinion. These guys will say what's on their mind no matter what it is. And two, they don't shy away. They might, even if they good friends with each other, they don't shy away from trying to absolutely destroy each other on the court. So I didn't even know they had like a history with each other than one person being the top pick and the second person being the second pick.
I ain't know that either.
Yeah, so during the fourth quarter of this game, you know how they do the cutaways and they're asking one person about the other person and vice versa. So they did that and they went to Cade Cunningham. And Cade Cunningham is so blue collar when it comes to answering questions and whatnot. He's answering these questions all like politically correct. And he's just saying everything you would want your franchise player to say. So then they cut back to the game for a little bit, and then they cut to Jalen Green. And he's the complete opposite, which is what I love.
I was about to say the same thing. I love some knuckleheads, man.
Yeah, they're asking him questions like, "Yo, how you feel that I know y'all grew up. I think they went to the same high school, or their high schools played against each other because they had high school footage of them checking each other and whatnot. And like, how you feel like, he was the number one pick and you was number two. And he was like, I mean, I ain't even gonna hold you. I felt like I should have been number one. I felt like I'm better than him. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just setting out to prove that it ain't like I gotta prove the whole world wrong. I just gotta prove Detroit wrong. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so then coincidentally, once they play like this little clip, these niggas just really start going at it in the game though. And they're literally like, K hit Jalen with like the crossover and then hit a three.
Mm-hmm.
And
that was nasty.
Yeah. And so then like it was a stretch where Jalen had like drove in and he hit like a Euro step or somebody and did like this layup. And you could hear like the little clip him saying, he gotta check me too. You know what I'm saying? and then, and then like the clutch three, like towards the end of the game, like in his face and then stirring him down, like while he backpedaling down. Like it made for great TV. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and that's just summer league, people.
Right. Right. And I really just this, like I said, I like about the young stars because they not scared to check the best person on the other team. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And it's gonna make for great TV. And this is a taste of what we're gonna get in the regular season. What you feel about
Right.
that?
I'm loving it, man. Like you said, you know how I feel about sports. That's like more that 90s stuff, like when it wasn't so buddy, and you
Mm-hmm.
can get moments like this. Like, of course, you don't want it to go to blows or off the court or anything like that, but just that intensity, just that I want to be better than him. I want my team to see I'm trying to win rings. I'm trying to cement my legacy. That type of stuff just makes great moments and great sports, man. I'm can't wait to see it. I wish they was like we'll play each other more often. Detroit and Rockets. I don't know how often they gonna play each other, but hey, it's gonna be must see TV.
Mm-hmm.
Going down later on. These are the type of stuff they try to put on Christmas. You know what I'm saying? Some good matchups, man.
Mm-hmm. Even if you aren't two necessarily good teams, which I'm quite sure they won't be, you still got that storyline, which is going to make for good basketball. So even Christmas they get play about what 5-6 games.
Yeah, they could be the opening game or some shit.
Yeah, that noon jump. Yeah,
Yeah. Well, like you
so,
said, you just get to see two building blocks of the new NBA. Because like we just talked about LeBron, like a lot of these people up there in age, and this is the new crop that's gonna be taking over, man.
and it's there's no denying some of these guys, man.
Yeah,
Like those two guys. I can't remember. There's another Jalen somewhere though, and he's fire. The guy what's his name, Sharif.
yeah, Cooper.
Yeah, which we'll get into in a little bit. He's like fire. Who else? Spider's little brother is like fire.
Yeah, these
Like
some dogs, man.
opened the game up last night by himself on a 10-0 run. You know what you know what I'm saying? Like
That's
just
tough.
like it's if this is what we heading towards, the league is in good hands, man. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
you always see those mean people talk about well, appreciate these guys now. Definitely want to appreciate the LeBrons, the Currys, the Melos.
saying?
Like you said, we're gonna be in good hands, man.
Oh
We're
yeah,
gonna be in good hands.
absolutely. Because every team is while we're appreciating like the LeBrons, and then we got the KDs. One thing about them stacking these teams is that the other teams are already developing these stars for years later. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So 4 or 5 years from now, LeBron will probably be retired. Probably.
yeah,
Um, KD will be what 37, 38. So Brooklyn will, on its outs. Obviously, Greek Freak what is Greek Freak 26, 25 or something.
yeah. He like 26.
Obviously, he's not going nowhere. Um, if Boston can hold on to Tatum and Brown, they're 22 and 23 right now. So
Yeah,
there should be somewhere up there. Obviously, Spider and them. And then the maturance of these guys, the league is definitely going to be in good hands, like you
yeah,
said. Speaking of, before we hop off the summer league thing, I did want to bring up how I noticed, like, and I wonder if you noticed too. There's been so many of the big stars at these summer league games. Have you seen that?
yeah, man. I had caught wind before the summer league started that Michael Beasley wanted to play. You know what I'm saying? I just thought that was like kind of odd. Like, man, this dude was like a second overall pick.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Had his ins and outs in the league, playing overseas, and now 2021 he's in the summer league. It's
Yeah,
crazy.
it is crazy. Um, it's a couple of other veterans.
Kenneth Fareed down there.
Yeah,
Who was it?
Jimmer for that.
Yeah, for that, it's the one of them dark skinned point guards.
Uh,
Damn, I can't think of his name.
yeah, okay, that's a ring a bell.
I'm gonna watch and I remember as soon as we hold the podcast. But yeah, he's down there too.
Yeah, but what I wanted to bring up was like the actual stars of the league, though. So when you see like like the Hawks play, Trey Young and them is in attendance. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what's up, man.
Yeah, like LeBron is at the Lakers summer league games, and Carmelo is there, and you know James Harden is at the Brooklyn jump and at the Houston jump for some reason too. But I don't know. But yeah, like the stars are just. I mean, obviously the summer league's in Vegas, so
Yeah, two for one.
yeah. I drop in. Game's only like an hour and a half anyway. I drop in right quick, when we get the party and this shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, a lot of big money in Vegas and whatnot. So speaking of the big money, we gotta talk about who's not getting the big money. I know you heard about this Dennis Schroeder situation.
Yeah, man, we've been off and on talking about it for a while now. Ever since he kind of like put out there how much he wanted, we everybody kind of knew, but him and maybe his agent knew that he wasn't going to get that money.
Right.
So this is unfortunate, you know what I'm saying? Because I never want nobody to take an L like that. Even though hopefully his L is momentarily. Hopefully he can ball out this year and then at least get back to somewhat that offer he had for the Lakers. You know what I'm saying? At least.
Yeah. I think that offer from the Lakers is way more feasible than what he was asking for. And damn, just to think if he would have accepted that offer, they probably wouldn't have been able to do half the moves that they was able, you know.
I was thinking that too. I was like, it worked out for the Lakers. No disrespect
Mm-hmm.
to Schroeder. Good player, good player. But with that free money, you was able to get a Westbrook and all them pieces on the bench.
Mm-hmm.
Carmelo, you know what I'm saying? Monk.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So he signed a 1 year 5.9, which is the mid level,
Come on now, who he signing with?
the Boston Celtics, man. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, ain't the Boston Celtics. It's your Celtics. So come on.
I mean,
I fully expect you to be on that Dennis Schroeder jersey. Yes,
I mean,
sir.
man, talk about me wanting to go into the season, the off season, and I wanted us to trade Marcus Smart. And not only does it look like we're going to re-sign Marcus Smart to an extension, we
I
have
seen that.
another knucklehead-esque player added to this roster. And man, the only thing I'm praying for at this point is for Washington to absolutely suck, and maybe we could trade these niggas for Bill at like the trade deadline or something. You know what I'm saying?
True.
Other than that, I was looking at our roster like this morning actually, and although we made changes, which is what I was begging for, I felt like we haven't added a lot of scoring options. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So even though we made changes, yeah, I'm hoping it's not going to be a repeat of last season, but I don't know how it would be any different. But I'm gonna keep an open mind. You know, he got a point to prove. Hopefully, he don't try to. You know how niggas do when they got a point to prove and shit.
Yeah. Sometimes it can be a gift and a curse. Like sometimes you can get some of the best basketball or sports in general from a player. Because it
Mm-hmm.
happened in NFL too. You know what I'm saying? When a player is motivated to get that bag, you know what I'm saying, they're gonna play lights out, and you get the best of that person. Or like you said, they could be doing too much and accidentally stink it up.
Mm-hmm. And hopefully, with the new coaching regime, it's a lot of. Well, I guess I can just say it. It's a lot of black dudes on this coaching staff. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Young black. Ime Udoka, who came from Brooklyn, used to play in the league. Damon Stoudemire played in the league for the Trailblazers and a couple of other teams.
That's my guy right there, man.
Yeah, and a couple of other, young assistants that hopefully will get a good grip on this roster. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And also one last tidbit about the Celtics is while I was watching their summer league games, Danny Ainge is still at these games rocking the Celtics, t-shirt, and it's looking like he's still a part of the franchise in some capacity. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Celtic for life, man.
I wanted this guy far away. it seems like that he just may be Celtics for life, man.
Yeah, man. You gotta deal with it, man.
Yeah. So speaking of big money being left on the table, we have to transition into big money being technically given away, I guess. Your boy PJ Washington. Now, before I seen what I seen on Twitter earlier today, it was a sad situation, but it turns out it may not be so sad after all. So initial reports were saying that he was ordered to pay $200K a month in child support for the next 18 years to what you say her name was Brittany Renner.
Yes.
Okay, Brittany Renner, who he was married to,
Dang, that
and
was married.
she secretly filed for divorce 2 weeks after giving birth to their kid. So we might spend a little bit of time on this topic. But I seen this morning, and I think it was his tweet, but I think it might have been from yesterday. He had tweeted out like all these reports is cap. And he didn't say now there's different reports about him now. So he didn't say which ones was cap or he didn't say he don't have to pay child support, but maybe 200K is just initially too high. Cause we got our Twitter agents and we got our Twitter lawyers and we got our Twitter accountants. So obviously people was like doing the math and I mean, yeah, he signed this contract and it's a base salary of this. He play in Charlotte. This the tax rate in Charlotte. So after taxes, he gonna get this. And you take away 200K, and he only gonna be coming away with about 30,000. He might as well get a regular job. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, so man, it's so much to touch on this situation. So what do you feel first and foremost?
I just feel sorry for the guy, man. Like, even though like it's a situation where I think he should have known better.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like it's so tough. Like some of these chicks is just so bad, and
Yeah.
they just woo you. And I don't know. I think they would like talk about like he's like from Kentucky and stuff like that. No disrespect to Kentucky. I don't know. They got any monsters out there like that. Like these
Probably not like
chicks.
that.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. It was like, well, ain't that something they ain't got no lookers, like that.
Right.
But these proficient gold diggers. You know what I'm saying.
Right.
So I feel sorry for him, but it's like part of me is like from the outside looking in, like, damn, bro, you should have known better, like, because I ain't like this is a new chick around the block. Seeing her escapades play out over social media. You know what I'm saying? From leaving her because she was a soccer and influencer with her boyfriend.
Okay.
And then what I'm saying, she started getting some notoriety. Like, damn, she cute. Ended up breaking it up with the dude, and you know what I'm saying. She had like a thing with Cap. She really loved Cap. But, Cap went on to greener pastures with, I think, the chick named Nessa or something like that. Used to work at Hot 97.
Right.
And that was the kind of the chick who probably opened his third eye with the whole, you know what I'm saying, protests and stuff like that. So then after that, she went on to do like a whole tell-all book and all that. And I don't know if you've seen like the video that resurfaced of her sitting in the car, basically saying that, you know what I'm saying? So it's like you should have known better. You know what I'm saying? I just feel sorry for the kid, man.
Yeah. Man, like you said, definitely feel sorry for this guy. You're in a raw situation with a female when you get a tweet from the toxic god himself, Future.
Oh, that happened?
If I'm not mistaken, unless it was somebody playing jokes, there was a tweet from Future telling everybody to pray for PJ.
Oh God, wow.
So if that's true, you know how dire the situation is.
Yeah, this is real shit right here, man.
Yeah. All right, everybody, I need everybody buckle down. I hope this is an eye opener for everybody. Hey, fellas, unite across the country. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
But nah, all jokes aside, like you said, in your first couple of statements, I you should know better. But also, like you said, bro, some of these bitches is just they just override the rules.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We growing up in our households, even though everybody grew up differently, I'm pretty sure we all like at one point in time in our childhoods got approached by like our parents or guardians, and they talk to you about when you start to like girls and stuff like that. or for females when you start to like guys and they give you that talk like, some girls not good for you, blah blah blah. So you kind of get a base understanding of what's like good and bad for you.
Mm-hmm.
But and I know I went through this like plenty of times. You just come across certain girls where it's just like, fuck it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And she's definitely, when you look at it, she's definitely great. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Like,
And huh?
I about to say, if it wasn't just for that bird stuff, like she's like one of my, like, far as physical, she's like one of my prototypes. Oh my god.
Right, right. And then, you add in the other elements of like, you coming to the league. One, you still a kid, because what was he, 18, 19 or some shit?
Think so. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so you're still a kid and you're coming to the league. You probably feel like the world is in your hands right now. You know, life is you're good. You got it made now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You're doing what you love, you're getting paid handsomely for it, generational wealth. Nobody wouldn't do you like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then you get done like that. So although I feel like he should have known better, it's life. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
And you can't stress it enough. Definitely feel sorry for dude. Definitely hope it's an eye opener for like all, not even just athletes, but all guys in general. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That got these well paying jobs. And, somebody said this a few years ago as a meme. And it's kind of been floating around ever since. And it's like, a lot of people out here, they're not looking for love, they're looking for help.
Hmm.
And yeah, that's very true. And now that we have like these other type of movements thrown in there where it's like hot girl summer, city girl summer, scam these niggas for this, get these niggas for that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now it's a sport, so to speak.
Yeah.
So
You know something that just crossed my mind?
what's that?
I'm gonna see if it's literally a fresh thought. So I'm gonna try to see if I can articulate this the best way.
Mm-hmm.
But you know how like some females just love ain't shit niggas?
Yeah.
Do you think it's something like that? And like with males who like love like them type of chicks, and even though they know they're gonna get dead wrong,
Yeah.
like how you say, like we just say like fuck it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I've been there. You know what I'm saying? Well, it was a phase, more so of a phase for me. But I mean, it ain't no telling. We would have to hear from him, and hopefully he would be completely honest. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But we would have to hear like his perspective. But hell yeah, like it's niggas that love hoes. Like it's niggas that love. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it's the type of niggas that these other bad bitches be talking about, like Meg the Stallion and all these other bitches be like talking about. It's like niggas out there that's actually like that.
Yeah.
My bad. Got a phone call. My bad.
Oh, I'm about to say I thought it was me.
Oh yeah, you good. But yeah, it's like it's definitely it's guys out there like that. Hell yeah, it's fucked up. You know what I'm saying? But man, I just hope that wasn't the situation because then you can't feel sorry more.
Right. So like that might be something we might gotta tackle deeper, you know what I'm saying, on another episode or some shit. Deep dive that.
Yeah. Um. Other than that, man, uh, I guess whether he like it or not, he got a family now.
Yeah. And to spin off that, like with the Sharif Cooper guy that
Mm-hmm.
out my Atlanta Hawks drafted, it's a potential another situation brewing with that. It's been reported that the chick Bernice Burgos, who was like, I think it's like one of the baddest chicks on the planet. Like her and
Mm-hmm.
Rihanna, they just do it for me. They just like, yeah, they got that shit.
Yeah.
It's been reported that she has her eye on Cooper, and she's like 41. I believe she's a grandmother, and so like she got kids. It's like this nigga age. You know what I'm saying? Like how predatory is that? That's crazy. Like
It's very. And then now, if this was the other way around, if this was a 41-year-old guy, setting his sights on a 19-year-old girl, we'd be literally tearing this guy apart.
even another situation, because I think Brittany Reynolds was like maybe like 27, 28, while he was like 18. You know what I'm saying?
Right, right,
That's
and
crazy.
yeah, and it's really, man, you know. Side story: I grew up in Forestville, and this was a very rampant problem in my area. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of older, I won't even say guys because it was females too. A lot of older people would just like prey on the younger people, would prey on kids basically. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like even like without naming names or getting into like a deep experience. Like when I was in the 11th grade in high school, I think I was about maybe 16 or just turned 17. Might have just because my birthday in March. So I might have been 17, but I also might have been 16. I thought I was the shit because I was talking to a 25-year-old. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Until you get older and you be like, wait a minute.
Yeah. Yeah, I wasn't right.
but you know, at the time you're thinking like, damn, I got just 10 years older than me, brother. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
you the
saying?
man. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Then when I got out of school, I was like, hold on. That bitch was just like a predator. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, when you know what I'm saying, you get older, you get knowledge and some stuff.
Uh-huh. So
Yeah.
now, one of the toughest things in life, man, is discipline. Having discipline. Um, this would be a situation that would, don't get me wrong, now Brittany Renner is bad. But this bitch here,
Yeah.
that would take I wouldn't even come close to being around that bitch. Because I felt like if I was around her, I wouldn't have no choice but to fuck her. And ain't no telling what would happen if I did that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's and this is just regular me talking. If I'm there ain't no telling if I'm in the league, only thing I can think is a nigga just thinking like, I know I got this bread, fuck it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But first and foremost, she's like twice his age, literally.
Yeah.
Like 19 times 2, that's 38. Yeah. And then spare 3 years.
Yeah.
I I think he's good though, because I think he has a good support system.
Yeah. That's what I was gonna get into later on too. Yeah.
His sister's in the WNBA. Fine as fuck, by the way. But now that I think about it, she messed with Dwight Howard, right?
You shit might, yeah, I'm not sure. I be losing track of who the motherfuckers be talking to.
Yeah, so I think if they still, I know they was together when the Lakers was in the bubble and all that. I don't know if they still together now, but he's like 35, 36, and she's like young. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So, man, we really know how to set ourselves up for failure. I tell you
Yeah,
that.
it's like when you just think about like how weird and it is and nasty. It's like, oh, what are you gonna talk about with this 18-year-old nigga? Like, so you definitely there for the bag. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's just nasty.
It's almost like it's a openly exchange of, I know you want my money, you know I want your pussy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Let's just get this over with. You know what I mean?
yeah.
And what we about to say?
Nah, I'm not.
Okay. And yeah, that's just the whole situation is just wow. I don't know.
Hopefully, if he do hit the joint, hopefully just hit the joint. Don't knock the joint out.
Please don't.
Yeah, because I about to say, I don't know if I'd be able to resist that jump. Like I said, her and Rihanna, that's like, I know it's like it changes, but like that's like top five, like
Yeah,
prettiest women I ever seen. Yeah,
facts.
sheesh.
Like I wouldn't even put myself. At least Rihanna has her own money.
Yeah,
If anything, she would be paying you if stuff were to go down south. You know what I'm saying?
right.
It's like I wouldn't even like how I know my discipline is. Like that's the kind of shit that I do. I just wouldn't even be in the same jurisdiction as this chick. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's how you got to do it.
Yeah, like that's how I have to go. Like real shit. Because if I'm too close,
Don't answer them DMs.
yeah, like and I could even do that. I could talk. You know what I'm saying? I just can't be near you. Like that's how I would have to. We could talk all day, but if I show up and be like, "Oh yeah, damn, I know you coming to the game today. You know such and such up in there." Like, "Oh yeah, yeah." And I'd be like, "All right, fuck it. I'm about to leave. Leave back out. Fuck it. You know what I'm saying?"
Yeah,
But nah, that bitch is super bad. 41 or
cute, baby face,
mm-hmm.
flawless skin, fat as a mug, bro.
Yeah, sick as shit. But once you once you hit a couple of times and once you get pregnant, they gonna change up on you though.
Yeah.
And then now you got a headache on your hands and a loss of money. And
Dang, she
I,
got you for 18 years.
and then people on Twitter making all these jokes. Oh, Brittany Renner signed a 18-year and $50 million deal with PJ Washington bank account. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
So that's what I wanted to know too.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, we don't know the full details of how much he got paid, and because I think like he's still a young player. He's still on his rookie deal, right?
Of course, yes.
So if he balls out and you know what I'm saying, get close to maybe a max or whatever, you know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure them payments gonna go up. I'm pretty sure she's gonna like, oh, hold up, take him back to court, and she's going up them payments.
Well, yeah, initially, yeah, but hopefully at this present time, this nigga is doing his due diligence, gaining knowledge and certain things, so to speak, because he's the breadwinner. It'll be easier for him to just like get a joint custody. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Present these facts to the judge of how he can present like a better lifestyle for the kid if she can, albeit he gonna be on the road half the year. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, hopefully she slip up and do some horror shit.
Well, if that video that you spoke about that you said is resurfacing, now if you could take that to the judge, that'll bode well in your favor.
True, true.
So, like I said, it's all about like gaining knowledge and obviously I'm about to say using the resources, but he got bread, so that's the last. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hopefully, niggas is hitting them up. Yo, I got such and such lawyer if you want, this and that. Some of the icons that's been in these situations. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Um, hopefully it is niggas hitting them up behind the scenes. And I wanted to touch on this with the Schroeder situation too, because he's like the butt of all jokes right now.
Oh yeah.
And I was just hoping that it is niggas hitting them up like, yeah, keep your head up, this and that, because mentally that shit can weigh on you and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So you got millions of people laughing at you because you asking for 100 million and end up signing for only 6. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, these newer players, they more so social media babies. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So that stuff probably get to them way more because they on this jump like crazy. Whether it be like your Twitch or whatever these niggas be doing. You know what I'm saying? TikTok.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, definitely. Hopefully it's definitely niggas like making sure niggas is good mentally and all that, because I know I would need it if I'm trying to get 100 mil. You know what I'm saying? This and that. And then just a drop off 95 mil. You know what I'm saying? That's
Yeah.
Now, don't get me wrong. You still set with 5 million.
Right. I like it. That's what I thought, but like for the jokes, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, nigga, that's still 5 million, and he already made millions in the league already. Like
Right, right.
technically, he's good. You know what I'm
Yeah. Yeah, he's straight regardless.
saying? Right.
This max contract and super max contract, these niggas don't need like Steph Curry done signed like 2 max contracts already. He does you good after one. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? Like the second one, this is money for like his kids and his
Yeah.
kids. You know what I'm saying?
Generational wealth.
Yeah, like that's them. Like nah, this don't get it twisted.
Yeah, he gonna be good. He gonna get under. He gonna get like a little bag after this season. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it ain't gonna be like you said, it ain't gonna be 100 million, but he could probably get somewhere close back to what initially with the Lakers the '84 jump. Might get like a little 3 year, 60 million deal. You know what
Right, and
I'm
that'll be great. You know what
saying?
I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah. Because then it's it's the kind of deal he wanted, just ain't as long. Because if it was 5 years, it'd be 100 million. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Yeah, he good, and it ain't like he trash.
Right.
So yeah, I feel like he'll be good with that. So before we get away from the NBA, we got a quick little rumor to discuss, and then of course, this is a reoccurring theme every time we do these podcasts, which is a continuance of the Ben Simmons saga. So the latest round of rumors has Ben Simmons being traded to Golden State Warriors. Now, these rumors are interesting because Woj and them is saying like half of the Warriors brass is sold on trading for Ben Simmons, while the other half is confused on how a lineup featuring Ben Simmons and Draymond Green would be beneficial to the team. Which side are you siding with?
The side that will be wondering how the hell will Ben Simmons and Draymond play together.
Agreed.
And did you hear like what might have to be given up to get Ben Simmons there?
Oh man, no, I didn't.
Yeah, so it was like, oh man, you already know how I feel about this. I'm just tired of it. I hope something happens, but I hope not that. Even though like they not my team, I just like Steph Curry is like one of my favorite players, so I feel partial to that team a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I would just hate to see the team get ruined trade for Ben Simmons because you know what I'm saying. Like even with like we just waiting for Clay to get back, and then that's a team potentially that could be in the running to make another championship run. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So I would just hate to see it get ruined like that. I swear. Let me and you be a brass in one of these organizations because how the hell would anybody be sold on that?
Yeah, it's like the more and more this stuff comes out, the more and more I think to myself all the time, like we could actually be like running the team, and I feel like we would get a team to like championship level faster than like a lot of these other teams. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah.
Like the shit's crazy, bro. What was the initial package for Ben Simmons?
I have no idea, but you know, every trade that came through from Golden State was the whole Wiseman, the 2 picks, and maybe Wiggins. But
Right.
I don't know what they was offering for this Ben Simmons stuff. You know what I'm saying? I
Probably
think I
the
heard initial reports, but I ain't paid too much attention to it.
probably the same thing. And what's so crazy is I think, and obviously it's just summer league, but I think they might have hit on one of their picks.
Hey, I was gonna say the same thing. I like looking at the even though I don't know too much about the college people, but
Mm-hmm.
looking at their picks, I'm like, these like some niggas like they try tough. You know what I'm saying? They got a nigga that can get a bucket, and they got like a athletic, wing nigga like,
Uh huh.
and that could be like a nice mix if you can put a healthy team out there. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. As well as like um the experience that the young guys got, like because of the injuries last year. And we
Yeah,
remember remember us watching like I think it was a play-in game against the Lakers,
Yeah.
and we seeing these young guys like, who the fuck is that? You know what I'm saying? Who is this? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And niggas is like balling out. And this is like another thing like I mentioned on Twitter. I tweeted a couple times. I said that's why I feel like the Celtics, their summer league team is doing so good because like a month ago, these niggas was playing against Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because of like the injuries we had. So you playing against like a healthy Brooklyn too, not the injury one. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
you playing against like Kyrie and KD and James Harden, and you getting like big minutes. You probably going to come to the summer league like clicking on all cylinders, especially since it's only been a few weeks. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, it looks like they kind of hit on these picks. So I don't. I guess it all depends on how everybody collectively views Ben Simmons. I think that's the biggest like problem around the whole league.
Yeah.
Like obviously Philly is viewing this nigga like they're trading away like a prime Jordan or something. Um Other teams clearly I don't know what fuck Philly was smoking, and you could tell the Philly who was it, Daryl Morey now?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
You could tell like something seems just kind of off because the Andre Drummond, signing. Like, what the fuck you sign him for? You know what I mean? Like,
You don't like that, Joe? That sounding?
I, I, it depends. Like, if they gonna move and be to the full, maybe. But if they use him to come off the bench, then other than Embiid getting hurt, I mean, which I guess he probably will, considering the track record. But you look like in the playoffs and all that, Embiid pretty much play like that in the whole game all the time. You know what I'm saying?
True. Yeah.
Like, Drummond could be a solid signer, but I felt like that ain't why they was losing. You know what I'm
Yeah, it
saying?
wasn't. Yeah, I think they just more so filling their holes. You know what I'm saying? Because they lost Dwight. You know what I'm saying? Even though Dwight wasn't a huge contributor, but you never know. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, if he get hurt, or
Yeah,
if Embiid get in foul trouble or something like that, you know what I'm saying?
yeah,
You got them pieces.
that's true.
But it probably sticks out full because the niggas ain't addressed what they need. They should have
It
did.
right, and that's what like I always be looking for. You know what I'm saying? I like, yeah, this other shit is cool, but bro, that ain't what we need a point guard. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And y'all niggas bringing in or other teams like, niggas bringing in a point guard, but bro, we need like a wing score. We need like some wing shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, so maybe once they fix the problem, then I'd be like, yeah, all right, cool.
Right, because if they already got that good point guard, then they got him out Drummond, okay. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But it's
yeah,
like you said, I could definitely see not addressing your glaring hole and just picking up something. You know what I'm saying? But I'll be trying to look at it. I mean, it's like you can't really do it with them because they're supposed to be a championship contender. So I'll be thinking like at least you grab a piece. That's a piece. You know what I'm saying? And hopefully they can grab a piece later on in the season or before the trade deadline or something. You know what I'm saying? To more so round out their team.
yeah. Well, we'll see. Because for some reason that seems to be a hot blueprint to follow. Like, let's just stand pat for right now, and then if something happened close to the trade deadline, let's try to get. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean that's a good strategy to use if you're not getting what you want. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? You don't gotta jump out the window because you never know. Something might happen and uh that value might come down, and then a person be so willing to work with you. You know what I'm saying?
Right. 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 Yeah. Uh, I guess we'll see how that works out. But I really would just whatever's going to happen. I wish it would just happen.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, so I guess we'll leave the NBA
Hold
front.
1 second before we leave the NBA. I got a
Okay.
small little topic.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Yesterday, Udonis Haslam signed a deal, 1 year deal for 2.6 million.
Oh,
Well, it's not a lot of money, right?
that's enough.
But how do you feel about veterans playing air quotations too far into their career. And I say this with nothing but respect, because Udonis Haslem is a legend, Hall of Famer, 3 rings, done so much for that organization.
Mm-hmm.
But they're not going to force him out, and because he's a legend, and also combo that with how they kind of treated D Wade. They let D Wade lead that building, and never should let D Wade lead that building.
Right.
But like the guy hasn't really played more than 20 games since 2015.
6 years. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It's like at some point he has to leave, be a coach, assistant, advisor, or something, and like free
Agreed.
that spot up for somebody else. You know what I'm saying? How do you feel?
Yeah. So this is this is year 19 for him too, right?
Yeah,
Okay. But a big difference between LeBron. LeBron's still going. Yeah, I think there's a couple of role players that's been in the league quite a long time. And you said he hasn't played over 20 games in the last 6 years.
you know how much he played last year?
Um, I want to say I think we seen him in the playoff game, and that was his first time playing the entire season
Correct. 1 game for 3 minutes.
because he got kicked out.
Yep.
Yeah, I remember that game. Okay. Um, and I believe the only reason they put him in is because he was allegedly going to retire. Um, I agree completely, man. Slide him into one of them assistant coaches roles. If you're a team that runs a tight rotation, you know what I mean? Then maybe, or if you're a team that's just like, you're like the favorites to get to the finals. If you're like a Brooklyn, or if you're like a Lakers or something like that, then maybe. But a team that I'm not going to question Pat Riley because obviously he's one of the great minds of basketball. But a team that just got swept in the first round, we have to make sweeping changes from going to the finals the previous year to getting swept in the first round. Something's wrong. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Um, I'm sorry, bro, but we need this spot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you can be an assistant coach, you can be the players player development for the big men or whatever, a defensive assistant coach. And there's plenty of positions on this team. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
They can
Like,
make up one for you if they ain't done there. You know what I'm
yeah, special counsel to the coach. So you,
saying?
you definitely you
Right.
definitely can make up some shit now. Um, I agree, man. He is now from his perspective. I get it because I was sitting on the bench the whole season too for 2.6 million now.
Yeah. I
You
get
know?
that. Yeah.
Yeah, and then if a nigga coddle me and tell me like, yo, hey, you ain't gotta retire. If you want to play 25 years, your spot always secure. I might put him to it to see if it's real. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's free money, free bands.
Yeah, like you just sitting on the sideline. It's tax free because it's Miami. Um, man, it's crazy. I really would like just press the issue on him joining the coaching staff. That's it.
Yeah. And like the only thing that like was like a big problem to me is like you mess up the cycle. Like, okay, you take that roster spot away, he opens up somebody from the G League who, you know what I'm saying, might have been on the cusp of making it, but maybe somebody they got beat out by somebody. But now you open up that spot, he can join the G League and he can chase his dream and maybe more so provide for his family. Then you open up a G League spot that somebody can, you know what I'm saying, feed their family and chase their dream. And you could keep churning that roster like how it's supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? No, it's nothing against Udonis Haslam personally, but it's just like it just sucks though, man. You know what I'm saying? Like no disrespect, but like he's been in that role. I'm cool with vets being that mentor, that guardian or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But like you said, he's been doing that since 2015, bro. Like, come on, you can't be there forever. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And how old is he? Is he 40?
I have no idea. He gotta be.
Yeah, because he has like I ain't gonna say the full gray hair, but he has a lot of gray hair.
Yeah.
So I know he's up there in age. Yeah, definitely feel like he needs to call it quits. But for the 2.6 million, which is basically a baby mid-level exemption, I would sit on that sideline too.
Yeah, if I was him, I would do it too. But yeah.
Yeah. So before we get into these next topics, I did want to make a quick side note. And like I said, we ain't got to talk about this, but I just wanted to bring it up because I feel like this shit was cool. So tonight in baseball, right? They doing they got a special game tonight. It's between the New York Yankees and the Chicago White Sox. It's gonna be live on Fox. It's called the Field of Dreams match. So this is cool because you know they normally play out these games at like these big city stadiums and stuff like that. This game is taking place in Iowa, and it's going to be on a farm. So they have and when we get off the podcast or even while we're doing it, I want you to look up the Field of Dreams like place, and you can just see like the landscape of it.
Okay.
It looks so tough, bro. Like they're going. It's a baseball field cutout, right? But behind like home plate, you can see like the little farmhouses behind the zone. Out in like once you get past the outfield, like normally where the crowd would be at, it's like crop fields, like corn. You know the tall grass, you know the tall little crop field looking shit.
Yeah.
It's like cut out in these like crazy designs, like how they be saying the aliens be doing and shit like that.
Yeah.
Like it's like a real sweet like layout, like and I've never seen them do this before, so I'm wondering if this is something new, or I just haven't been paying attention to baseball. But I kind of figured I would have caught winning something this kind of cool before.
Right. Yeah. I never heard of it outside of the movie. I never heard of it.
Right. So that may be where this came from. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Baseball is making a resurgence as far as like ratings and the interest that people into it. So they might be just trying to take full advantage of what's going on. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, just wanted to throw that in there because I felt like that was
That's
a cool,
cool.
cool ass concept and shit. So going from that to what was a very hot topic yesterday on Twitter, Skip Bayless and Jenny Taft heated exchange on Undisputed. Now if I didn't know no better, this happened because of Mike McCarthy. Now, if I didn't know no better, I would say Jenny was fucking him. Now, the way she came to that defense, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm gonna let you break down everything that happened, and then give your opinion on it, and then I'm just gonna like slightly chime in. You know what I'm saying?
All right. So I got wind of the topic. I don't really watch First Take too much, right? But I was talking to my man Game about it. It's like, oh shit, I ain't know about that. So I checked the joint out, and then you know what I'm saying, Shannon and Skip are like ragging on Mike McCarthy for his leadership, and then it just goes into, oh, I can't play for nobody who's out of shape, and he can't lead, man, because he's out of shape. Skip was saying that's my personal preference. I wouldn't want to play for somebody who's out of shape, and then that just set off Jenny. You know what I'm saying? And she went into her whole tirade, and they were saying like that doesn't matter, and they had their little tiff. And I can talk, I can give my opinion. When we come back from the break, if I want to give my opinion some more, I'm gonna give my opinion. And Skip was just like, yeah, no, you know what I'm saying? So that jump was like super spicy, man, and I was like surprised, and there might be something brewing behind the scenes. They might have kind of got it under wraps right now because I watched the show today. Nothing seemed to be going on, lingering from that. But I just thought that was quite telling though, man. And like how you say, like you thought might be fucking, but that's how. No disrespect, that's how women are, man. So that she was not gonna go for that fat shame and shit.
Oh yeah, yeah. Um, one thing, one thing I liked about that whole situation is that a lot of people got to see like Jenny Tab's like personality, so to speak. You know what I mean?
True, true.
Working on working on Undisputed, you don't get to showcase a lot of your personality when you the moderator. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And she does like a whole bunch of other stuff for Fox, which is how I've seen like the personality and like she covers college football. She do like the sideline reporting. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Um, so it's real cool for like people to see like she's not just a generic white girl. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Um, man, I and we've seen Skip and Shannon get into it like heated debates. It's I bet you it's just so hard to just sit there on an everyday basis and to hear Skip talk that bullshit.
Yeah. 100%.
like, like sometimes you'd be like, all right, I get it for the sake of the show, okay. And then there's just other times where it's just like, bro, you can't really think that. Like that's ridiculous. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm surprised it took this long. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Some patience by her and Shannon, bro. Like, my God, bro. I wouldn't be able to take it.
Yeah, and to her point, we've seen a bunch of, so to speak, bigger coaches, like you said earlier, Andy Reid just won the Super Bowl. Well, technically just lost the Super Bowl, but back-to-back Super Bowls, he won one, he lost one. You know what I'm saying?
Bruce Arians kind of big, right?
Yeah, he is. Yeah. That Rex Ryan when he was coaching the Jets,
Yeah.
like everybody loved playing for him. You know what I'm saying?
And one of the most iconic coaches, John Madden.
Yeah. Yeah. Facts. You know what I'm saying? So he's definitely a fat boy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you gonna
Yeah.
tell me you ain't gonna get motivated to play for fucking John Madden? Andy Reid, Bruce Arians, fuck out of here.
Yeah.
You just won't
Like
be in the league, buddy.
and all decorative coaches. Like Bruce Arians just won the Super Bowl. Andy Reid won before that. John Madden in his heyday. He got his own game. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
It's an iconic staple in this fucking culture, man.
Yeah. So yeah, I obviously Skip just had something against Mike McCarthy, who I apologize because easily could have just brought him up. He won a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Yeah. So obviously he just has this disdain and he doesn't want Mike McCarthy coaching the Cowboys. Took it too far as he usually does with some silly stuff. And yeah, we like we were saying off air, you never know who's close friends with who, or whether you just, especially in these sensitive times with so much race stuff is going on, so many problems with the straight versus the LGBT, and hopefully I said all the letters right.
Q
Yeah,
plus.
yeah. My bad. Yeah, but you know those people, and now you don't want to spark like a fat versus skinny. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
because that'll be a movement that come out of nowhere and shit.
And it's already people that get fat shamed a lot, and then we don't know people's backstories. She could have had a close friend that killed themselves because they was fat or something. You know
Or
what I'm
had
saying?
diabetes or some shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
Heart attacks and shit. You know what I'm saying?
right. So it's like you never know what kind of plug you spark with just the simplest of statements and shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Just
So
keep it football, bro.
yeah,
Sports.
right. And it may be something brewing behind the scenes, but I kind of felt like at the end of the day, Skip should know he wrong.
Yeah.
So he should be able to at least chalk that one up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's just like you said, it's just too much nonsense, bro. It's like how we was talking before. We talk about this all the time. Like when you just talk about the Cowboys and LeBron all day, this is the type of content you're gonna get because you're reaching for straws. You literally talk about these motherfuckers all day, every day.
Mm-hmm.
So you'll come up with some wow factor, clickbaity, hot take topic shit.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about the guy who's can't lead the team because he's fat. Like what?
Yeah, that's his. Yeah, I don't. That's crazy.
What the fuck is skinny fucking Skip Bayless ass has done in the fucking sports world
Right.
outside of fucking
Averaging
journalism
what?
shit?
What you say? He play high school basketball. He averaged 1 point or something like that.
Yeah, you get to talking to that and then oh, you're disrespecting, you're attacking me.
Yeah. No. So. Yeah. So on to the next. Um. Speaking of the Cowboys, we got this Dak Prescott injury that everybody seems to be either super high up on or super concerned about. Um, it's been reported that he's going to be receiving another MRI on his shoulder, and I have a completely different perspective about what's really going on. But this is just my conspiracy side.
All right, let's see it.
So that it was a compound fracture ankle that ended his season early last year. Couple of surgeries, extensive rehab. He says that the ankle that he broke feels better than his ankle that was never broke. Feels he has a new ankle, is stronger than ever. Blase, blase. Ranting and raving about it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So my theory is whatever he had done to his ankle, they're trying to find a way to make his shoulder super strong to be able to withstand throwing the ball a lot. Now there might have been something initially wrong with the shoulder. I'm not saying that there was never nothing wrong with it, but I feel like they're just tinkering with it to see if they could get it to a point of, he won't wear down during the season, which we see a lot of quarterbacks do all the time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Teams be rolling, and then as soon as it hit like a week 14, you're like, damn, Drew Brees some trash now. You know what I'm saying? Like, this nigga throwing ducks in there. What's going on with this nigga? You know what I'm saying? And maybe it's just something. Obviously, they can just run the ball more. But with these receivers, we know this is about to be a pass happy team. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
CD Lamb, Gallup, Amari Cooper, who's healed now. So they're doing all these. They're going to do another MRI and still doing the rehab. But everything that's happening, he still says he plans to play next week in their third preseason game against the Houston Texans, and that's the game where the starters play the most. Basically, a dress rehearsal for the regular season. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
And he still feels good to go for the regular season when it starts up. So, two things. What do you feel about this shoulder injury? Is it serious? And because obviously they're on Hard Knocks too. Have you watched Hard Knocks yet?
Nah, I haven't. And like surprisingly, how much of a sports fan, especially football, I don't think I ever watched Hard Knocks.
Oh, okay. So, what do you feel about the shoulder?
I think it's probably worse than they're putting on. And I think that kind of spilled it out. And I think the organization wanted to kind of hide it. Because Dak was the one who released the information about the second MRI or whatever. I mean, yeah, the MRI. And I just hope, man. I like the guy, even though it's not even me ragging on him, but me just voicing my honest opinion about him. I do like the guy, and I hope he succeeds.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's telling. And I'm hearing like stuff like he's doing it on his own with his own doctor, not really trusting the team doctor and stuff like that. So it's alarming. I'm definitely something I want to keep my eye on. You know what I'm saying? It's
Facts.
America's team. They're gonna be on TV. They're gonna be the talk of everything ESPN. So
And
I
especially
probably
and Fox, definitely
yeah,
Fox.
I ain't had no choice but to hear this.
Mm-hmm. Um, I'm just glad he got the bag, man.
Yeah, because could you imagine he didn't
Yeah,
get the bag this offseason, and then he comes this season, think he's trying to be healthy, and then he hurts his shoulder.
yeah, and it's his throwing arm too. So
Right.
yeah, he definitely got the bag just in time.
So this is like instances like why I don't be mad at players. We want to get their money before.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So this is like the perfect opportunity. You know what I'm saying? What I'm talking about. Perfect situation, I should say.
Yeah, so we'll definitely keep a close monitor on that situation. I haven't checked out. I think it's just only been one episode that is so far. I haven't checked it out, but I will get into it eventually and shit. It's a even though the Cowboys been on there about 3-4 times now.
Yeah.
You know,
I think what the only other team had it was like maybe the Browns and maybe it was like the Rams or some shit like that.
oh, that's been on there more than once.
No, I'm saying whoever did it.
Oh yeah, it's been quite a few teams.
Okay.
Yeah, I remember the Jets did it one year. That's how I was like earlier. Rex Ryan, everybody wanted to play for Rex Ryan, and he was like a typical fat boy.
Yeah.
Because I remember, I don't know if you remember like the little viral clip how he was cussing everybody out, and then was like, "All right, let's go get a snack." You know what I'm saying? So that's how I was like, yeah, you know, niggas probably fuck with fat boys as coaches for real, for real. Like, they had one little practice where everybody had double cheeseburgers and all that.
That's
What up?
all right there, man.
Yeah. So, you know, but yeah, I'm gonna get into it eventually. I guess, because it's the Cowboys again. you know, like that. How much behind the scenes can you do with these niggas? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I guess we could move right along because we talked about the preseason. We got a couple games tonight. The Washington football team versus the New England Patriots. Get to see this Washington football team. Um, Guessing we'll see some Ryan Fitzpatrick tonight.
I hope so.
Yeah, even if it's for a series or two, at least let us get some starter action. The crazy defense. Let's hope we see them for a little bit against Bill Belichick, man. Hoodie Bill. Quarterback controversy. Cam Newton versus Mac Jones. I'm pulling for Mac Jones in this one. I like Mac Jones. There's a few of these young quarterbacks I like. Anything in particular that you're looking for in this game?
Damn, man. You the goat. Because I wanted to say that too. It's like I want to see. That's why you hit on the hope Fitzpatrick plays. Hope he plays a little bit. Because I want to see this Washington offense. Like I like their defense, but like I said, they got one of the receivers I wanted to get in the draft, and Danby Brown. So I want to take a good look at him, and also I want to see Curtis Samuel. So I want to see their first year in the offense for a little bit, maybe a series or two. Hopefully they can come out there and move the ball. And I want to see your guy, Mac Jones.
Big Mac. You know what
Mac
I'm saying?
Tack.
Yeah. Well, yeah, definitely. Hope he's been doing this thing. And normally in quarterback competitions, even when teams don't like to say who's winning, you normally can tell by who they talking bad about. So they're not really talking bad about either one of these quarterbacks. So everything, you know what I'm saying? Even if Cam Newton ends up like the week one starter, I know it's just a matter of time. You know what I'm saying? And it's not like some of the other rumblings that you hear, like when we had the story about Joe Burrow, even though he's not a rookie, but you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or we had the story about what's his name for the Jets? Who the quarterback they just drafted.
Zach Wilson.
Yeah, he's not doing too good. You know what I'm saying?
Oh wow.
Yeah, so it's like you normally hear when the quarterback's not doing too good. If you're not hearing nothing at all, that means they're at least doing decent, and that people are ranting and raving. Then these guys are trending towards being week one starters. So the only two that's been like really ranted and raved about is San Francisco's Trey Lance and Chicago's Justin Fields.
That makes me happy.
Yeah. Um, I think the only thing that's going to probably hold Trey Lance back in San Fran is politics. I think they really want to give Jimmy G one last chance, but from what they were saying, Trey Lance is good to go. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think that leash might be shorter than a lot of people might think or realize.
Yeah. And same thing in Chicago. Like they wanna give Andy Dalton like the reins, but sometimes it's the other guy's just undeniable. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it sucks for Andy. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause, like they kind of like promised the nigga that. I think that's why he came out there and signed. I been
Mm-hmm.
seeing like graphics and shit on Twitter, the day one starter and all that, and then you don't know. Fucking Justin Fields land in your lap.
Mm-hmm.
They might have to
Mm-hmm.
hit delete on that tweet or something.
Yeah, facts. And it remind me of remember when Russell Wilson first came out
Yes, sir.
and the Seahawks had signed who was it? Was it
Matt Flynn.
Matt Flynn? And then they had signed like Charlie Whitehurst from San Diego.
Mm-hmm.
And Matt Flynn was getting like a bag.
Yeah, because he came in and filled in, cooked, you know what I'm saying, cashed out.
Mm-hmm. And then during the training camp it's just like, yo, this young nigga's like that. You know what I'm saying? Like I know we paying this guy back, but yeah, this the starter right here. Like,
And what an amazing decision to, you know what I'm saying, go with what you know, what you feel. Because
mm-hmm.
that won him a Super Bowl, man.
Yep. And he lost another one, but you got the two,
Yeah.
and they've been a playoff team ever since. Whole team.
Yeah. Like if the niggas would have knuckle it, I don't know if Russ audible or fucking he made that call to fucking throw that slant.
Oh yeah,
Pete Carroll.
if they run the ball in that situation, yeah, this
Could be a
team,
2-time champion.
yeah, and the team probably might have been broken up by now because that was 2014, 15. The team probably lasts for another 3-4 years after that too.
Right. And who knows?
Yeah.
Could be a dynasty.
Yep. Because after that, the defense completely was out on.
Yeah, that caused a lot of problems. You seen that on the sideline with Sherman was like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And then from that point on, they had to. You see how they had to get rid of all of them niggas.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Got to go.
Yeah, niggas like gonna keep talking trash and yeah, y'all got to go, Slow. Like, but your name is the Legion of Boom, so
All the famous back there, man. They was the backbone, man.
Yeah.
They held it down, let the offense come to fruition.
Mm-hmm. Man, shout out to Earl Thomas, Cam Chancellor, Richard Sherman. Doesn't get his just due and never will. But Brandon Browner, man, obviously,
Byron Maxwell.
yeah. I'm about to say obviously, Bobby Wagner, Michael Smith was the other guy.
KJ.
Yeah, KJ. Yeah. So we'll see. They're going through a little bit of drama as we speak now. Jamal Adams currently wants a new deal again. I
be fighting for these niggas, man. Shit like this.
Jamal Adams just got traded from the Jets because he wanted a new deal. Went to the Seahawks, signed a new deal, and already wants a new deal. Like I don't. This is why I was like high on the Jets trading him because it's like I don't know what he's expecting at this point. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Um. Also, their left tackle, who was pivotal on this offensive line, is holding out for a new contract. Now, if they sign anybody, please sign him.
Yeah.
Um, Russell Wilson did an interview after practice the other day, and basically was saying that these guys are at the practice, they just not practicing because they hold him out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's saying I'd rather have him on the field than on the sideline watching me. So if we could do anything to make that happen, I would appreciate it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. That's
And
telling right there.
yeah, so I like that these quarterbacks are speaking out more too. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
'Cause-
because they got power, man. Like a lot of motherfuckers sit back and you know what I'm saying. Like I got my money, fuck it. You know what I'm saying.
Mhm.
But look out for you guys.
And we've seen this with the Aaron Rodgers situation. It just really, and maybe it's more, maybe we're just advanced. I don't know what it is. A lot of this stuff really doesn't seem that difficult.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like once you know the bases and the ins and outs, how are you fucking up on shit like this?
Yeah.
Like you wanna let like one of the guards go? Okay. You don't want to pay one of the guards? Okay. The two niggas on the offensive line you almost certainly have to always hold down is the center and the left tackle.
Yeah.
Like left tackle protects like the quarterback mostly, and we've seen what having a bad center looks like.
Yeah.
Like I don't be getting it. But moving on to one of our last topics, and this is wrestling based. AEW this Friday night, man. Rampage, the new show. It's gonna air 10 p.m. This is a little late for me, but I'm gonna tough it out.
Mm-hmm. Give me a little
Uh
energy drink or something.
huh. This will be a 1 hour show, and this week the 1 hour show will feature 3 championship matches. We're gonna have Miro defending his TNT championship against I forget cuz name, but he's not a household name, so excuse me.
Get your weight up. That's what you're saying.
Yeah. Well, saying it without saying it. And then we're gonna have Britt Baker, excuse me, Doctor Britt Baker,
Thank you for correcting yourself, man. I ain't want to put the pause on you, man.
DMD, yeah, defending her women's world championship against Red Velvet. Yeah, uh-huh. And I think that they said that was going to be the main event, actually. The first
Yeah.
match that's going to open this up, Kenny Omega, the god of professional wrestling, the belt collector, will be defending his TNA Impact World Championship against Christian Cage. Christian Cage will be like one of the first wrestlers in the history of wrestling. Well, probably not the first, but one of the very few that's going to get back-to-back world championship opportunities for different championship belts.
That's crazy.
He'll face Kenny Omega for the Impact Championship this Friday, and at the upcoming pay-per-view, he'll face Kenny Omega for the AEW World Championship.
That's crazy.
Man, before we even get into like what we expect from this show, I just want to ask you a quick question. You saw AEW last night, right?
Yeah.
Bro, is it me? Do you see the crowd reactions at AEW?
Yeah.
They said, now I'm not saying this is like this. Then they said that wrestling would never get back to the attitude era pops and stuff like that. Now, obviously, this was her hometown. Did you see Britt Baker when she came out?
Yeah, man.
Like
Electric.
the terrible towels, like, and this is albeit this is a female at that.
Yeah.
Like that and Chris Jericho. These are like rock star these are like rock star pops that they're getting.
Yeah.
What do you think is like the biggest difference between the AEW crowds and the WWE crowds?
I don't know if it's the difference between the crowds. I just think AEW is more fresh and they're doing stuff a lot better, and that's
Okay.
it's appeasing the crowd. You know what I'm saying? Versus WWE is getting fed. Their fan base is getting fed a lot of crap. You know what I'm saying? They're not getting what they want. You know what I'm saying? They're dealing with losing superstars they love, like the Bray Wyatts and the Strowmans and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Versus AEW, you know what I'm saying? They tend to be, while it's still early, they're giving the crowd and their fan base exactly what they want. Turn over the roster, new innovative wrestling and matches and ideas, and it's just a breath of fresh air, man.
Definitely a breath of fresh air. These and some of these entrances are so over. Did you see did you see like we've been watching the last few weeks Chris Jericho doing the Labors of Jericho
Mm-hmm.
gauntlet to get to MJF in a one-on-one match. So he finally made it to the fifth labor, which is actually going against MJF himself. And did you see the stipulations that MJF put in for next week?
Yeah, man.
It,
How
it,
did
it
you do that? How is that fair? Gonna take away the Judas effect. It's gonna
Chris,
take away his entrance.
the two biggest things that Jericho has, he will not have next week. If this isn't brilliant, he won't be able to feed up, even though it's they're going to be singing this song anyway.
Dog.
I
If they
guarantee
do
you.
that,
I guarantee you the crowd sings this song. I
oh my
guarantee
god.
it.
That'd be so fire, Mo.
I guarantee when he walks out, they're going to be singing this song, bro. Like, first and foremost, the song Judas, this is by Chris Jericho and his group Fozzy, is one of them probably the most underrated, I feel like, entrance songs in the history of wrestling. Also, the caveat of not being able to use your finisher, I like it.
Yeah, that's sweet.
Yeah, I like it. He's gonna have to be creative. In Walls of Jericho, maybe bring back the Code Breaker. You know what I'm saying?
Or do you think he has in it to debut something else?
Oh, yeah, of course. Like he's the master of reinventing himself. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
Yeah, the Judas effect wasn't his normal. You know,
Right.
so yeah, heck yeah, debut something else. I would love it. Um, even though this rivalry's been going on for quite a long time, they're still finding ways to mix it up by having different members of each group clash with each other. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Keeping the group separated, but still having problems at the same time is cool. Yeah. Other than that, man, what are you really looking forward to in this AEW Rampage show?
I'm just looking forward to some great wrestling. I know they're gonna put on for the debut, and I want to see if we can get a title change.
But
I
who?
don't know.
Who?
That's the great thing about it. Like,
Yeah.
I guess like you can say maybe Miro,
Think
because like
so?
you,
But he's smoking
hear
hot.
me out.
He's like
Hear me,
smoking hot right
he is.
now.
Oh, they're all hot though.
I
Who isn't
mean,
hot? Who
you
isn't a
right.
hot champion?
You right.
But you like
Kenny Omega got 4 championships.
right.
And then,
I said this is a process of elimination, right? Him being odd man out. Is he gonna let Britt Baker lose after that?
nah,
Kenny
because
Omega
I think
could lose one of his belts. He was
And
my next choice.
Christian has been the TNA World Champion before,
Yeah.
albeit years ago. But I don't see it. I don't see none of them losing. The
It
only
may
thing,
not. It may not
yeah,
happen.
the only thing I maybe can see happening is because they're besides Kenny Omega and Christian, the other two aren't entrenched in these storylines.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe somebody, especially Britt Baker, since she's going to be the main event, maybe she wins and then gets attacked by somebody that's debuting. Or
Where's the show at?
I think this is going to be in Pittsburgh too.
Oh yeah, see that's another. She definitely gonna lose in Pittsburgh.
Nah, come on.
Oh,
It's AEW. It's not WWE. WWE. If this is WWE, yeah, she's gonna lose.
no, I'm saying she's not gonna lose in Pittsburgh.
Oh yeah. They not gonna. I don't think they have you, which I always thought was a bad idea anyway. Let alone you losing period in your hometown, but let alone you losing a title in your hometown.
Yeah, that'd be crazy.
Yeah, like
What a slap in the face.
yeah, and we've seen that. We've seen that like plenty of times. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll be like, what's the logic in that? This supposed to be the one night where even I don't give a fuck if a nigga lost 30 matches straight. He at home. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. Well, I guess we'll see.
Yep.
Yeah, they got the three main champions, and I'm sure the tag team champions, the Young Bucks, they won't be too far behind. Speaking of them, I'm a huge fan of the entrance music, man. That elite,
Yeah.
yeah.
That shit crank. I remember like before they kind of like put it into AEW.
Yeah,
like watch like the little YouTube videos.
yeah, the band the Elite Jones.
Yeah.
Yeah. That I'm glad they brought that back because I like that. That and I be forgetting Cuz name that be hanging out with the dinosaur youngin. He got the long ass hair. He like real
Jungle
small.
Boy.
I think it's him. His music, I think it's like an old hit song. But that shit be rocking too though, because the crowd be going crazy when he come out too and shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So yeah, I'm a huge fan of some of these musics, man. But hopefully we get like maybe a debut or something. I think the commentary panel is going to be different than the regular Dynamite panel. I think the commentary panel for the Rampage is going to be like, well, I'm not mistaken, Chris Jericho, Big Show, and Mark Henry, and something.
Yeah, I remember saying like some shit like that.
Yeah. So
My pad pulling double shift though.
Yeah, you know, gotta fight on this show and then commentate on this show. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know. But yeah, did we cover all the topics that we wanted to get into?
I believe so.
Okay. Did you have a main? Or what was the segment that you called it? I'll be forgetting.
Yeah, I don't think I got one today.
Okay. I guess before we leave the wrestling front, did we hear any more news about Adam Cole?
Nah, I didn't hear anything else about him.
Yeah, I've been hearing that WWE's trying their hardest to re-sign him, but it doesn't seem like that's going to be a go.
Good. I really want him to leave, man. Don't even go up to that main roster. That's what they doing or whatever, man.
Yeah. So, yeah, because if they do the rebranding of NXT, he's definitely not going to fit in, no matter how talented he is.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you said like, and this is to be the last point. You said like you feel like NXT will be dissolved in a year.
If Vince sticks to this, the whole plan with like you don't want to bring in no older guys, talent. But then he wants like a whole bunch of big people down there. I just don't see it's gonna be as compelling TV. Hopefully, see if they can get star power like now. Like who's gonna be want to join this company? You cutting people left and right, and they already
Mm-hmm.
kind of had that stigma too. That's why like the Kenny Omega and the Bucks never wanted to come over, and now it's like growing more and more. And then like I don't know, like see who they be able to get. Like you said, like how you said, it might not go away completely, but I think it's definitely might get taken off TV, and then I don't know, maybe pushed back to the network, or maybe just be super the developmental or something like that. But I don't think it's gonna last on TV for too much longer. Maybe that's what I would say. I give it a year on TV.
Okay. I really, I really. Damn, such a shame what this is coming to, man.
Yeah, and it's like, and my bad, like you said, last point. And this is the
Mm-hmm.
thing of what NXT used to be before they hit the TV. Like they used to put on some of the best shows, and you would have like the main roster talent jealous of the stuff they're putting on down there. You know what I'm saying? And it's like crazy that they about to like possibly, we don't know, maybe like with the draft, gut this roster, move people up, cut certain people, and then bring in their new plan for the company, for the brand. It's
Right.
crazy.
And I now that you mentioned that, I fully expect, because they said any day now we should be expecting more releases.
Yeah, and
And
that's gonna be tough.
yeah, I also wish that they I know it's probably something you really can't negotiate in your contract, but negotiating that non compete clause, you
Yeah,
know, like even though I think NXT's is only 30 days.
still though, man. It's
Yeah.
cause like how you say that. Cause like think like it hurts me because I just heard the story about Bronson Reed.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he's from Australia, right?
Okay.
He uprooted his family to come over here,
Mm.
and now he doesn't have a way to pay for anything. You know what I'm saying? For 30 days. Granted, he's on NXT. I don't know how much he was making. You know what I'm saying? It's not like a no disrespect, not like a Bray Wyatt getting cut who made millions off of salary
Right.
and merch.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
hopefully, and he can't compete for 30 days. Granted, that's a short 30 days. Hopefully, he was smart with his money and can sustain that, or maybe his other half can hold it down until he can get back out here.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
And and WWE just has to get over this fear, because this is a fear that made them start doing this. You know what I'm saying?
I wanted to bring it up too. Good thing you said that, man.
Yeah, the whole showing up on NXT Tuesday night, then AEW tomorrow Wednesday. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like they scared to death because of like what used to happen back in the day. You know what I mean?
and then the reason why they probably cutting all these people because like I forgot that you know what I'm saying before AEW was a thing, they were signed up all the talent to try to keep them away from AEW. So you sign all these
Right.
people you probably didn't really like, you didn't have plans for, and now we like you said we don't know their books. Maybe it's becoming a burden on your cap. Now you gotta part ways with these guys, whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm. And definitely, once you look up to like the numbers for AEW, they definitely got like a lot more threshold of money.
Yeah.
Cause the nigga who own AEW, I know we always talk about Tony Khan, but Shad Khan, I knew he was a billionaire, but I didn't know he was a billionaire. So they did the little digging up the little numbers, and he worth 10 times what Vince McMahon is worth. Like,
Sheesh.
like they said, Vince McMahon net worth was 1.8 billion. Shad Khan's on is 11.8. And I mean, obviously he owned the Jacksonville Jaguars, so that's one thing. But clearly he has a bigger budget to work with. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So now when it comes to like signing all these niggas, you like, damn, you just go to AEW and get a bag. Now we understand why. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And WWE has to be careful, man, because it's like making all these business deals and whatnot, you can get it, but you can lose it, man. That'll be AEW on Fox, and you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like you said, just even fucking up your money, you're fucking up relationships too. Like with some of these decisions you're making, I don't know if they have to. I guess they don't have to consult the network, but the network isn't like it was going on. Like they were mad as shit about the Bray jump, and I'm hearing they mad about the NXT shit too. So
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah. So I guess we can want to get into these what the F facts of the day.
yeah, I got like a small one. I forgot to get one, but I was reading up on one while we was talking.
Oh, okay. I got a slight note too and shit. So all right. Mine's is based on sticking to the nature, the animal front. So obviously, you know, we big into the animal things. And I know people be watching like animal documentaries and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of the time we see like the quote unquote circle of life, where it's like the lions and tigers and you know, these type of don'ts be killing like the zebras and the stuff, you know, gazelles and stuff like that. So I just stumbled upon this interesting fact, and I'm not sure if I really believe this, but they say it works out a lot of the time. So this one comes from it's about reindeer. So it says that when a reindeer is in danger, they use a cyclone method to defend themselves. So if a reindeer is under attack, like I guess against a predator, multiple reindeer will form a circular shape and run as fast as they can in a circle, creating the I guess the I'm not gonna say the illusion of a cyclone, but the image of like a cyclone to confuse the predator so they won't know which one to attack.
That's fucking crazy. And you know what that
Yeah.
shit sound like to me?
What's that?
Sound like some type of a fucking Pokemon attack or some shit, like the little jumps you use for defense and shit.
Oh yeah. And that whole T, that's probably where that shit be coming from. Probably do be coming from like real life shit. We just don't be knowing about animals and shit. You know
Yeah,
what
like all
I'm
that quick attack, leer, and all that shit.
saying? Sand attack and all
Confusion.
that. Yeah. Shit be, especially with because them don't be like some super bullshit moves too. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
I never used that shit.
Yeah, fuck no. Like Lear.
You use fucking leer, nigga, flame throwing your fucking head off.
Yeah, so I guess in the elements of real life where other animals can't throw fire and shit like that, you know, sand attack and all that shit probably be coming up clutch. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But yeah, that's one of the defense mechanisms that reindeer use when they attacked by predators and shit.
Okay, that's fire right there.
Thank you.
All right, my super slight fact this week. I'm gonna do better. Yeah, I forgot. It slipped my mind. I just thought about it as we was fucking recording. But something probably not a big shocker, but something like you don't really think about.
Mm-hmm.
We are the only animals, with some of us, that like and eat spicy foods.
Oh yeah.
I never thought of that. You know what I'm saying? I never seen an animal eat nothing like that. But just the sheer thought of it, like won't eat like a wild pepper or something like that. An animal won't, a rat or some shit like that. It's like it's interesting. Like damn, I never thought about that.
Yeah, that's crazy. I would figure that would be like I figure they would be better built to handle that shit than we are.
Yeah, it's like say like, and it offers no like nutrition for us and not like that. It's like I guess like a lot of us like it for the thrill. Like same thing with like roller coasters and shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
Right. All right. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, that's shocking to me and shit.
Yeah, it's like it's not a super big wow jump. It's like, well, sometimes you just don't think about certain stuff. But like when I just read the fact, I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, damn, we the only ones, the only animal that like spicy hot food.
Yeah, yeah. I be thinking like, shit like lions and tigers and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I be thinking like niggas probably wouldn't even give a fuck and shit.
Right, you know what I'm saying? Especially like something like maybe like a field mouse or some shit like that, to be in your garden or some shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, niggas be somewhat scavenged, eat what they can get. But like, fuck that
Mm-hmm.
hot pepper, man.
Nigga starved to death though. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
that's that bullshit over there.
Mm-hmm. I wonder, I wonder what about shit. I wonder like shit in the ocean though. Like, you got the water. I don't know.
Yeah, shit make you think, right? Like,
Yeah, nah, that's cool though. That's it. Like you said, this shit that you wouldn't normally think about and shit.
yeah,
Yeah, that was fine. That's fine. So
appreciate it.
I guess it's been another Head for the Hills podcast.
In the books.
Mm-hmm. And we out.
Bye.